Well, good morning. It is still good morning. I was about to say good afternoon, but good morning. Welcome to the Tec-Talk Podcast. I am Luke Dormany, your host. I am joined today by David Wall. He's the manager. He's manager of Huntsville operations for ClearPlan Consulting. Super excited to have you on the show today. How's your morning going so far, David?
It's going well. It's been a busy week and closing out the conference.
Are your feet a little bit tired yet, or not too bad?
No, they're tired. They're tired. Last night they were aching pretty good.
Yeah, on Wednesday night, I had my daughter Wednesday and Thursday of this week, but Tuesday night was my night. I was out very late, and I wore the wrong shoes that day. Wore the nice dress shoes and wood bottoms, and I'm like, I ended up walking back because they had all these networking events. I don't know if you went to any on Tuesday. I was here, and then of course my car was parked all the way on the opposite side of where I ended up at the last spot. So
sure,
it was fun walking. It was so hot.
I don't know if you got to help tear down any of this too. So
I don't have to necessarily tear down too much. I do have some guys that are going to come help, but I will help.
There you go.
I'm going to go get something to eat after this and give my voice a break. But no, super excited to have you on the show today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
I always try to start it out as a little bit more personal and learn a little bit about who you are, what you've done, and then how you ended up at ClearPlan Consulting.
Yeah, sure. First of all, thanks for having me on the show.
No problem.
I really appreciate it. But yeah, I am originally from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I grew up there until college and made my way over to Alabama, and then by way of my now wife, I finished off at UAH.
Okay.
So that's how I got to Huntsville, and got my first job out of college through my professor at UAH, my finance professor at UAH. He got a recommendation from Lockheed. He wanted some resumes to send over, and he sent over his top resumes, and I got an interview there and got the job. Worked for Lockheed for about 6 years out of college, and that's how I got connected to ClearPlan.
That's awesome. What did you study in college?
Finance.
Yep. Financial guy. I see we always need you guys. You guys are some of the most important people. You guys tell me when I can spend money and when I can't spend any money.
Yeah.
So you spent some time at Lockheed Martin, made your way over to ClearPlan, and could you tell us a little bit about the work that you guys are doing, and then we'll just jump into the conversation.
Sure. Yeah. So ClearPlan we're a program planning and control services company, a consulting company.
Yep.
So we help basically everything non-engineering on the programs, everything on the business side. So anything from developing your proposal schedule before award, after award, building your IMS, your integrated master schedule, working that through to your cost system, working on the program finance side. Any of those things we help with. And we generally help the contracting side, so the primes, the subs, the major subs.
When did ClearPlan get started?
2013.
Okay, so you guys been in business for about 13 years
13
now.
years, yeah.
And how many employees do you guys have? And you guys are located here in Huntsville, is that correct?
So we are actually coast to coast. So our back office is in Boston, actually. And then we've got hubs all over the country, mostly the defense hubs. So Boston area, here in Huntsville, we've got a hub of about 30 people. DFW, we have a big group. Denver, LA, those are kind of our major hubs that we've got.
So I like
groups of people.
I like this. This is a different taste of the podcast. Is the more of the logistical programmatics and stuff like that is what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
which is probably some of the most important schedules and all that kind of stuff. Is super relevant right now with everything that's going on in the defense space. How have you enjoyed the Space and Missile Defense Symposium? Has it been a good experience?
It's awesome. Yeah, we love it. It's one we do lots of events and conferences throughout the year, company-wide, all over the country, and this is by far one of our favorites. It's a really great.
It is great. What a lot of people have shared over the course of a couple of days is they have loved to see it grow, but also they have also liked to see how involved the government is
for sure
I guess how the government is targeting these efforts and really integrating the government team and the government personnel and the green suiters and the guys in the active duty military component, how involved they are.
Yes.
Because I think this is I think like you do, we go to a lot of different conferences. This is probably one of the best ones, and I would say the most fruitful for your time. And so with ClearPlan, are you guys working with the government, or are you guys working with a lot of the subs and the primes that are doing work for the government?
Yeah, so we really focus on the subs and the primes.
Okay.
We don't do any direct gov stuff.
Okay.
And really the reason for that is just because we have so much work on the contracted side. It's easy to get conflicts between the two. So it's easier just to kind of draw a line there and stay on the contracting side.
Yeah, so you guys are providing commercial contracting expertise and business expertise and financial expertise to the guys that are doing the work.
Yeah, so the programmatic wise. Okay. So we're helping them. So earned value management.
Yep.
That's really the bread and butter of what we're helping them with. So running their schedule, seeing that flow through to the cost tool, and then being able to actually measure performance against it, making sure they're compliant with DCMA guidelines.
Auditing. Oh yeah. So the I want to talk a little bit about how important. Well, I guess what do you guys experience when you're talking to the subcontractors that are doing the work and helping them with their overall programmatic support for a contract? How important is the pricing aspect? Because I think a lot of companies, they might not have a dedicated pricing team, and if you're at a small company, you tend to carry multiple roles. How important is it for these subcontractors to rely on individuals like you that have pricing SMEs and pricing analysts and costing help?
Yeah, very. I mean, a lot of these companies are really good. They have a really good device or capability, yes, that they have. And especially for a smaller company that it may be, this is their bread and butter, but they're getting their first big contract. And they've got earned value, required on this contract. They don't know anything about it, but they've got to be able to execute. And their customer needs to be able to see that they're actually executing a program, managing the cost, managing the schedule over a 2, 3, 4 year timeline of building a product.
Yeah, I think you just hit on a really cool. It's an aspect of business people don't really think about.
Yes,
a lot of companies have phenomenal solutions, capabilities.
Yes.
And then they go from, chasing the work, and then they're like, oh crap, we won a contract.
Right.
And then
exactly,
how do we execute this now?
Yes, 100%.
And that's a lot. That is probably one of the most important aspects, because people don't realize is you can win a contract, and if you don't execute, guess what? You'll no longer have that contract.
That's right.
So that's where you would say is where ClearPlan would come in to play. Is, hey, if you need help from the ground up of how to manage work, you guys will come alongside them with their team and give them a good pathway forward.
That's right. And you got to think also, you need tools to be able to execute. So a scheduling tool, you need a cost tool to be able to actually execute earned value. We can help come in, we're tool agnostic. So we don't have a specific tool we work with, but whatever scheduling tool you want to use.
And scheduling tool, are you referring to like a Deltek,
Microsoft
Uninet?
Project, Deltek, OpenPlan, Primavera?
Okay.
Those are the big guys in the project scheduling space.
I got you.
But we can work with any of those, and we can help you get a compliant schedule baselined and make sure you have the correct architecture in place, both on the schedule and the cost side. Make sure you can actually deliver on your contract procedurals that you have on contract, and make sure you can actually do it and stay compliant.
I got you. Compliance is a big thing too.
Yeah.
Could you talk a little bit more about that? Maybe the DCMA, you're talking about DCMA, right? Or DC, is it DCMA?
There's DCMA and then there's DCAA.
Okay.
So there's what's called the 32 guidelines that require, there's all sorts of things that are in those that help you make sure you're delivering and staying compliant. So we can help come in on the onset of the program, midway, towards the end, whenever it is, or when you've just found out you're going to get audited. Doesn't matter. We can do it at any part of the program.
So when from the contractual side of the house, do you guys do any of the like helping with the proposal? I'm guessing if you guys are going to help with pricing, you guys are going to be very integral in the proposal writing aspect. Is that a fair statement?
So especially on the schedule side, with a proposal, you're going to have to build a proposal schedule. We can help you build that for sure, and help you, pre-award, then post-award when you actually start developing it. We can help there too.
I got you.
And
okay.
then along the way.
So here at the conference, what was super beneficial here, being here? Were you able to make some really good connections with some small businesses that are trying to get their start?
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is just reconnecting with people too. And yeah, you're going to make some new connections, but it's really good. Sometimes you only see people once a year at this conference, and it's good to reconnect with those folks. But yeah, absolutely. New connections were made as well.
That's awesome.
That's great too.
So you mentioned you guys have quite a few locations across the U.S. I think if I recall correctly, you said there was a big event upcoming here in Huntsville area. So our listeners and viewers, I'm going to let David share a little bit about that. You guys are opening or doing a ribbon cutting at some point?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So we've got, I mentioned all the hubs, and then we've also got 3 actual brick and mortar offices throughout the country. So we've got one in Boston, one in DFW, and then one in here in Huntsville. We opened our Huntsville one at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
And we've been getting it underway. And we are a member of the Chamber, Huntsville, Madison County Chamber of Commerce. Yep. And so we're going to do a ribbon cutting for our office September 23rd at 4 p.m.
I think there's several ribbon cuttings that week.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be a good time, and
we're excited about it.
Where's the office at in Huntsville?
So it's at 7800 Madison Boulevard.
Okay.
So the only tall building on Madison Boulevard.
I know exactly where you're talking about. Right before you kind of get to the Toyota field, the ball game.
Yes, we're catty cornered.
Right on the,
Yes.
I actually go to that building quite frequently. My financial advisor is in that building with Edward Jones, so I'm very familiar with it.
Yeah, we're in Suite 409.
Suite 409.
Yeah, but stop by.
So September 23rd, you'll be having a ribbon cutting there.
23rd at 4 p.m.
That's awesome. And you're super connected with the Chamber of Commerce. They do a phenomenal job of the ribbon cutting.
I mean, it's got to be the best in the country. It's so well supported.
Oh yeah.
There's so many members. They do lots of events. It's really great. And it's just speaks volumes of this community and how well connected it is.
Oh yeah, it's all relational.
Yes,
it's relationships, and I think what you guys are doing is understanding of that, because even though you guys are not directly interfacing with the government, you are helping customers that are supporting our military and are trying to solve some very complex problems. I know you're the financial guy, but you're probably tracking all of the Golden Dome effort and all the stuff that's going on in Iran and Ukraine.
Yes.
And we have to have your support that you guys offer at ClearPlan for these companies to be able to execute the work. We have to be able to, like you said, the government they want to do business, but they also expect you to have your compliancy figured out, and they also expect you to be able to manage a program.
Yes. And there's a trust aspect, and that's one thing I think we really have at ClearPlan. Our president, Josh Garvey, has built the company based on trust and based on really caring for the employee, and he really does, honestly. And that flows down through employees, and then when the employees feel secure in that, they can then pass that on to the client.
Yes.
And we've got tremendous trust with our clients. Some of our longest running clients are actually here in Huntsville that we've been working with for 13 years and cycled tons of people in and out. And it's like, but there's a really inherent trust built there, and that really unleashes us, kind of unlocks us to be able to do our thing.
Yeah. I mean, you hit on a huge topic there is as the local Huntsville community, we're all kind of one team. Yeah, of course, we're all competing against each other, but it's different. It's a different aspect of the trust aspect has to be mutual across the entire sector, because you might compete on one, compete against one company on another thing, and then 2 weeks later you're joining the team to go after another thing. And and especially with what you guys do, the inherent trust has to be there because you're going to be super involved within the companies that you guys are supporting. I think it's awesome what you guys are doing. And 13 years, I always tell people is the hardest part of owning a business. From what I've heard of, I've never owned a business, but from what I've heard from CEOs and stuff like that is if you can make it past 5 years, you're set.
Yeah,
because you guys have a good foundation.
Absolutely, we really do.
So I know before the podcast we got on, you wanted to talk about several things. I think I've touched on most of them. Is there any other things we want to talk about?
No, I mean, just we are really connected in this community, and we are trying. It is very important to our company and important to me personally. I've lived here 17 years, so Huntsville is home to me, even though I'm not originally from here. But we're doing things. We are also serving the community actively. We have what's called ClearPlan Cares, and we're serving at Manna House, which is a local food pantry. We're helping clean up trails at Monte Sano. We're serving candy at the Children's Museum on Halloween. We really are committed to this region and to Huntsville.
So sounds like you're giving back to the community, which is super appreciative.
Yeah, we tried.
Yeah. And you guys learned it's that is something that's part of the business aspect that people don't realize is you're winning work, but you also have to take care of the community because if you're not taking care of the community will remember.
That's right.
So that's awesome. Manna House is very near and dear to our heart, by the way, at Tech Masters. So we love that you're supporting them.
Yeah.
We try to drop off a nice check or go help down there whenever we get an opportunity. CEO is awesome.
Yeah.
But anyways, the for companies that are listening to this, small businesses and stuff like that, I always try to ask the person that I'm talking to is when someone hears of your company that you work at, what do you want them to think about it? And I know you hit on the trust aspect, but when someone hears ClearPlan, what is their initial reaction that you want them to have?
It's the trust aspect. They should be able to trust us if they have anything earned value related. If they hear the words IPMR in their contract or CSDR or whatever it may be, we can help with that. And we take it seriously. Our CEO always says, if something isn't right, he will spend endlessly to fix it.
Yep.
He will, because he's not going to let anything go unfixed. And he'll put whatever resources he needs to fix it. And he means that. I've seen it.
That's awesome.
So we do not let anyone go unsatisfied.
Sounds like you guys have a great business plan, a great business model. You guys have some great leaders over there, including yourself. So this is exciting. See, I didn't know anything about you guys until today. And I have a lot of friends that have started some companies recently, and they all need help. Instead of hiring a consultant, maybe they look at you all. Yeah. So we can always share and tell people to say, hey, give David a ring over at ClearPlan, and at least have a conversation. Get the conversation started.
Yeah. We're always happy to talk.
That's awesome. So I always ask about 2 questions at the very end, and they're more like just rapid fire questions. You mentioned that you're originally from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, moved to Bama, been here for about 17 years. This is a dangerous subject, so answer cautiously. Who do you pull? Do you like college football, and who do you pull for?
Alabama.
Did you go to school?
Yeah, I went to Alabama.
Okay, so you're an Alabama grad.
Yes.
Roll Tide.
Well, no, I finished at UAH because I got engaged and my wife got a job up here. But I spent time at Alabama.
It's part of the Alabama University.
I spent 2 years at Alabama. So,
but and then what is?
Don't get me going on Dallas sports either. I can do a whole podcast on Dallas sports.
I can too. I'm actually I didn't tell you, I'm originally from Austin, Texas myself.
Okay.
So a huge Dallas Cowboys fan.
Okay.
Although very much disappointed most of the time. That's okay. Different subject for another day.
Yeah.
But and then what is a hobby that you like to do? I know you said you have two kids.
I have 3 kids.
3
actually.
Kids.
Yeah.
But what do you like to do outside of work?
On the weekends I spend a lot of time in the garage. I like building stuff.
Okay.
My kids, my boys and I are always playing sports, throwing the ball, whatever. They love sports too.
You don't have probably hardly any free time with 3 kids. I can only mention. I have one daughter. I don't have much free time myself either.
My boys and I love sports cards.
Okay.
So we're real big into that.
Oh, you have to talk to Abe. Abe loves sports cards.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
But well, really appreciate you coming on. Thank you for being patient. I know the last podcast ran a little bit longer, but really appreciate the opportunity to learn about you, get to know you, and looking forward to all the great things you guys are going to be doing here in the Huntsville area.
Absolutely.
And
thank you for having me.
Just remember, ribbon cutting September 23rd.
Yep, 4 p.m.
4 p.m. Fantastic. Thanks for joining.
Thanks.
And give your feet a rest this afternoon.
All right, you too.
All right, take care.
Thanks.